There is a lack of beef and pork products due to the coronavirus, mostly because of plant shutdowns caused by coronavirus outbreaks.
Yeah, grocers are already starting to limit how much meat people can actually buy at one time to prevent hoarding, but it still can be awfully hard to find. And joining us tonight to talk about it is Dr. John Boyd, who's the president of the National Black Farmers Association, joins us from Virginia. Thank you so much, sir. And how can local farmers be helped?
Well, thank you very much for having me. And this is something that we had spoke about earlier on your news show, where I was talking about the actual potential of food shortages. This is one example of that, where the food chain has actually been disrupted. So anytime you have to destroy beef and poultry and vegetables, our whole food system is now disrupted. But there's many ways that we as African Americans need to connect with African American farmers. There are many black farmers that have expertise in how to slaughter or butcher beef cattle, hogs, and things of this nature. So we have a very rich history of doing that out here in rural America. That's what made us survive for so very, very long. And we have to get reconnected with the land, reconnected with agriculture, reconnected with farming, and this is the prime time to do that. So this is a great example of what we should be doing in our communities, which is reconnecting and finding African American farmers in your communities out here in rural America.
So many African Americans, however, live in big cities. New York and Los Angeles have some of the biggest population of African Americans. Are there any farmers in those areas? Is there any way to connect people in the urban centers with black farmers?
Well, I think that's something that we could help with, because we have 109,000 members in 42 states, and we want to work with our communities. You know, COVID-19 is affecting African Americans at a much higher rate than anyone else, and we have to be more prepared, to work together and be organized. And like I said, we have 109,000 members in 42 states. And we want to work with small businesses and African American communities to help link those communities with African American farmers. And this is the greatest time to do that. So although this is a national travesty, in the long run, there could be some good to come out of this pandemic.
All right, Dr. Boyd, thank you so much for joining us from the Commonwealth of Virginia. That's God's country out there where you are. Very beautiful. And
thank you.
You come back again anytime, please.
Yes, thank you very much.
All right, sir.